Hey you guys, Van Hughes in here with a Empowerment Sunday message. So I decided to go ahead and record this because my house is a little quiet and my daughter's occupied and my son is not here. And I just baked cookies, so I'm eating them, sneaking and eating them. To all the moms out here, you know what I'm saying. But I wanted to go ahead and record our Empowerment Sunday message because I'm hoping that these videos are helping you guys. As you know, my husband and I, our commitment is to really talk empowerment to you guys. And for 2018, that's what our heart is at. Of course, we can teach you moves and we can teach you, sell you stuff. But ultimately, our heart is to get you to rethink some things. And part of that has to do with the empowerment piece. So welcome to your Empowerment Sunday message. So this message today is a little different. Today I wanted to talk to you guys from my kitchen as I get ready to cook dinner about fear, and I encourage you guys to take fear by the throat and choke him out. So if you come to our warrior group, our warrior live events, I'm all about choking stuff out. But I haven't always been that way. Fear used to actually grip me in ways I can't even, in a 10-minute video, I can't even begin to explain. I used to have fear about so many things. Some of that fear resonated some of that fear came from just a lot of things. It came from some of the things that I had experienced. Feeling like I didn't have control in situations because of my age or my circumstances. I remember going out with friends and feeling like these were friends who didn't live the kind of life I lived, but I liked to hang out with them. And sometimes that would put me in situations that wasn't always best for me, and I would feel like I would have to fight my way out. And so fear, once I let fear in, like an infection, it affected all aspects of my life. And I can tell you, it started back when I was 13, and I went from feeling I can trust a friend to feeling like I needed to pepper spray him to stay safe. And then it escalated when I was sexually assaulted by a schoolhouse friend. So I had trust issues, and rightfully so, right? But I didn't never deal with it. I didn't deal with any of those things. Growing up in a home where domestic violence and alcoholism and drug, all that was in my family around me. And so at any given moment, things would just go left. And I, as a kid, got to a place where I felt like, man, I need to always stay ready because stuff is going to happen and I need to be able to protect myself. So there's good and bad to that. But I'll tell you, in my life, fear took a hold and it choked me out. And so my message to you on Empowerment Sunday is to change the game. Flip the script, as people say. One of my favorite sayings is that fear and doubt are monsters, but they're hungry monsters. And if left alone, if not dealt with, they will eat up everything around you, including you. And I don't want that. My message to you, my empowerment message to you, is to take fear, take doubt by the throat, and choke them out. Put it in a chokehold and knock it out. And the reason I say that is because if you don't, you will never get to where you want to be, right? A few of you are going to be joining us March 3rd to do our vision boards. It's not a strapped and secure event. It's just a bunch of women getting together and dreaming again. And I want to encourage you to dream again. And sometimes it's hard to do that. It's hard to see yourself past your circumstances, past the attack, past the victimization. It's hard to see yourself past that because fear has grabbed you by the throat and is choking the life out of you. Well, my hope when we do these vision boards is to be able to put my dreams and aspirations on that board as a tangible thing for me to look at and see and know what direction, the path that I'm trying to take to get to the goals I have, right? I also want to implement this to my son because, we started doing bucket lists. He's got a bucket list for all the things he wants to accomplish before he turns 10. And I feel like, I can't teach him something I'm not practicing. And so once we get the vision boards going, the vision board for, once I make one, then I can show you how to make one, of course. But, it's going to help him. I want him to learn how not to allow fear. Yes, mate. That's Mackenzie, if y'all don't know. How not to allow fear to keep him from from seeing himself where he wants to be. That's my message to you guys as well. Maybe you're afraid to go. I know a lot of you. Shout out to those on here who are on the journey to lose weight and get healthy. Shout out to you, because that takes discipline. But maybe there's some of you who want to do that, and fear has you by the throat. And so you're afraid to run outside. You're afraid to go to the local gym, because then you got to worry about going in and out. And what if someone attacks you in the parking lot, or running out at the park? What if someone jumps out? Okay, so yes, we want you empowered. We want you equipped, but I want you to take your life back. On Fridays, I begin to post things going on in our community, because I want you to take your life back. I don't like the idea that families are staying indoors and feeling like their kids can't go out and play, and they can't go out on date night, and they can't go out as a family because they're going to get shot up. That's fear. That's fear trying to choke your life out. So I'm saying, take that fear by the throat. I used to be afraid of bridges. I used to be afraid of height. I didn't get my license until I was 18, because it was like, where am I going to drive to if I can't go down side streets, right? I can't ever get anywhere. But the more I let that fear choke me out, the less genuine I could be to myself. The less my authentic self could not come forward, because fear was choking her life, taking her life out, my life out. And so my empowerment message to you is, maybe everyone's not crafty, maybe vision boards is not your thing, but get that mental image and begin to work toward who you see yourself being. Maybe your family is living through something that's happened. Maybe something has happened. Maybe you've experienced a break-in. Maybe you've experienced being attacked in the parking lot. Maybe it's nothing to do with safety and protection. Maybe it's just, seeing what happened in Florida has you stirred up. And you want your children to be calm, and you want your children to feel safe. And so maybe there's some things as a parent, some difficult decisions you need to make to help them feel that. I want you to begin to see yourself, see your family in that new place. And whatever things you need to put in place to achieve that, to encourage you to do that, to help you work toward that, that's what I want you to do. That's my message to you this Empowerment Sunday. For me, it's going to be that vision board. There's people that I want to touch. There's people I want to encourage and empower and equip. And so I need to put that on the board. There's places I want my family to be this year. I need to put that on the board. Why? Because it's a constant reminder to not be caught up on what's going on around me. Because we can do that. We can watch the news, and we can hear all the abductions, and we can hear all the stuff. And we can let fear just be like so gripping. Or I don't believe in being an ostrich. I don't believe in hiding my head and not watching news and everything like that. But instead of watching it and feeling gripped with fear that I can't do anything, I can't go anywhere, I can't send my kids anywhere, I want you to say, you know what, despite what I just saw, despite what I just heard, that is where I want my family to be. I want you to be able to look and say, you know what, my children are safe. Because I'm educating them, and we're doing our drills, and I'm talking to them about how to handle a situation that might occur. My daughter is safe. Maybe she's away at college or getting ready to go off to school, and my daughter's safe because I've equipped her and I've talked to her, and we've gone through the things that are concerning me, and I see her empowered and I see her strong. Maybe it's relationship. Maybe it's business. I know I have a great amount of you who are business women. And maybe fear attacks you in that area. Because I'll tell you, fear, like I said, is like an infection. It'll get in every area of your life once you let it loose. Doubt is the same way. I feel like fear and doubt are cousins. Right? They're not siblings. They're cousins. And the reason I say that is because usually if you have a cousin, you sometimes have that best friend cousin that always comes over. They don't live in your house, but they visit, or y'all hang out, or y'all have sleepovers, but they don't necessarily live in the same house with you. That's how fear and doubt. It's like one might live with you and the other one visits, or the other one shows up constantly, and you're familiar, you're comfortable with them because they hang out. Y'all hang out. So doubt is the same way, doubting yourself, doubting your capabilities. I've heard people say, because of my there's physical situation, they can't see themselves, they can't protect themselves. And I'm of the understanding that even if you can't run and you can't, you don't have upper body strength or whatever the can't is, that you can protect yourself. I'm a firm believer is that you can protect yourself regardless. You may not be able to run away. You may feel like you're not physically fit to fight. I don't believe that. I believe each and every one of you have the right to protect yourself and the means to protect yourself. And my goal is to put things in your hand to give you the upper hand. And I actually believe that. And so, again, I want you to begin, Empowerment Sunday message today is to begin to see yourself, your family, your goals as achievable, as attainable, and begin to put things in place. Maybe it's affirmations on the bathroom window. Maybe it's sticky notes in your business area if you're a businesswoman. Or maybe it's a vision board. You can come out and join us for our vision board. But do the things that you need to do to continually push you out of your comfort zone and into your authentic self. That's my hope. That's my prayer for you. That's my heart for you. And I have just enough faith for the both of us. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Sunday empowerment message. Definitely tune in next Sunday. We're going to have a special speaker sharing her story of empowerment. And of course, I want to see you guys March 10th. If you get a chance to come out and train with us, it's another opportunity to train. Definitely comment down below so I know you appreciate this video, and I'll talk to you soon.